Hey flight simmers, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to do a little short hop with the Grand Caravan. We're going to do two airfields. They're freeware. I think they're excellent. I'll try to put the links to these two freeware add-ons, scenery add-ons that is, to the description down below. It's going to be a short hop. We're just going to pretend we're taking some FedEx packages between these two airstrips. And we'll be departing through Charlie, Quebec, Romeo Alpha, all the way to Charlie Yankee, Bravo 2. And it's a 30-minute hop, basically. And this is located in Canada, in the British Columbia region. So anyways, we're going to load this up, and I'm going to show you guys the sceneries a bit, and we'll have some fun. It's a difficult takeoff and approach with the caravan and these two airstrips, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, we're all loaded up in the sim now, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit what the scenery looks like. Once again, I want to reiterate, this is freeware, so you guys should be able to get this as well. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit around, and so you guys can check it out. But it's pretty neat that all of this is freeware. It's got pretty great detail into it. There's a little Savage Cub there, little pickup truck, and this was all added by the creator of this add-on. This is our aircraft right here. We have currently a light post through our left wing there. So this would be the airstrip. Little cabin area around here, and then over here we have a few bears, which he has added into the add-on as well. Seems like they are animated. They're a bit stationary at the moment. And absolutely fantastic views. It's not the best day to fly. Currently pretty much overcast. And I think at the other airstrip it will be the same. Let me show you what I don't know the real life procedure at this airstrip. But we'll be going down all the way down here and taking off into the lake, or into that valley area. So we'll be right about here. We'll turn around and face that way, and it's a pretty tight, narrow strip for the Grand Caravan because of the trees, obviously, and the wingspan of the caravan is not particularly small. So we'll be pressing the full brakes, full throttle. Once we got good engine parameters, we'll take off, release the brakes, and hope for the best. All right, now we're back in the cockpit here of the Grand Caravan. What we're gonna do is just set up the whole cockpit ready for departure, and I won't be doing real life procedures. I don't know the exact procedures for the caravan. I've never flown it in real life, just in flight sims, and I really don't know the exact procedures, but I'll get the hang of it, and we'll just go ahead, and I'm already gonna just open up our both our fuel tanks there. We're gonna turn on the battery. Turn on our nav light, and I'm gonna get rid of the yoke there, and we're gonna bring up some of the brightness here, especially that one. And I need to move this for a second. I want to put that. All right. We're gonna turn on our avionics here. Standby battery. Turn down the brightness. Got our nav light on. We'll put on the no smoke and the seatbelt sign on. Camo lights are on, and what we're gonna go ahead and do is put the mixture down. Prop full forward, and what we're gonna go ahead and do is, well, not the ignition yet. We're gonna fuel pump, set the ignition on, And we'll put the starter. Watch some of the engine parameters. So again, we're gonna feed it fuel. We got that beacon light. My bad. Looks like we have a good engine start. I'm going to set up 9,000 feet for our cruise altitude here. Because we have pretty high terrain in the whole route. Set, I don't know the field elevation here, but I'm just going to set it to about 0 feet. So that'll give us 30.08 for the inches for the altimeter. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is we have 9,000 feet for the altitude. I'm going to set vertical speed for about 1,000 feet per minute. And we'll go changing that once we're on our way. Flight director's coming on. And we'll mount the wing light. Stall heat on and pitot heat on. Go ahead and set our wind here so we can see where the wind's coming. It seems for the whole US the wind is still bugged about at 225 degrees, and it goes as high as 3 knots only. So set our range here, and we're gonna go ahead and set the not there. Hold on, let me go back. Map. How did this go? Display. Next rad, that's what I wanted. Go back. And it looks like I have pretty crappy weather. Full route. Hopefully we can get some of the top of the mountains shown in the video. Once we're at 9,000 feet, we'll probably have to change our cruise altitude. We'll see how that goes once we're up in the air. We're gonna go ahead and set flaps 1. Well, I don't think we'll have to do a full flap takeoff. Taxi lights coming on. And I think we're about good to go. My bad. Set that to normal. And set the starter to off. And the ignition to normal. Should have done that before. My bad. Once again, not following real procedures here. Alright, I have some preset views. So we're going to go ahead and start taxiing. Parker brake can come off. And we're going to have to like chop this guy's head off with our wing. Gonna move a bit left. I mean a bit to the right now. And go to the left. Leave the yoke there. And once again, I'll show you the outside view. And while I was telling you, it's quite a bit of a tight squeeze between these trees. Even some of them, we'll hit probably some branches with our wingtips, but yeah, this is why it's a flight sim and we can do this. Nevertheless, it's quite a fun departure. I've only done it once, and I landed the other airstrip once, and just approaching the area in general is beautiful. This guy did a terrific job, so if I can, I'll leave the links down below in the description. I'm going to go ahead all the way down, and we'll resume once I have the aircraft fully turned and ready for takeoff. Alright, so we're fully turned around, ready for departure. We got our landing lights on, strobe lights on, everything's on. And we're all lined up for the departure. Once again, fully through that little gap. And We'll hope for the best. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the parking brake. I'll set up my view a little higher, and I have full pressure on the brakes. We'll advance the throttle. Then my heading bug. We're good there. I don't want to put the parameters in red. Temperature's high, but I think that's just a bug. Alright, I'm going to release parking brakes. I'm going to release the brakes now. Little right rudder. We'll pretend the engine parameters are green. Airspeed's alive. Knots, looking for 65, and we have 65. We'll rotate, and we're airborne. Turn right here, and we're going to gather some altitude and some speed. Put nose down a little bit. Let's gain some speed and put those flaps up once we're reaching the green arc. If you guys see any stutters, for me it's completely smooth. I'm still trying to set up OBS the best way I can, but it seems like it creates a little bit of stutters. Alright, we're going to go ahead and set flaps up. And gain some speed, and we'll start pitching up, doing little few orbits to gain some altitude if it's needed. If not, we'll just head down this valley here. It's kind of the direction we need to head. So anyways, it's a beautiful departure out of there. The whole area is pretty nice. We'll see how high the clouds are up. If not, we'll try to maintain out of the clouds. And outside air temperature seems 15 degrees. That might be bugged to the live weather bug around some regions of the flight sim. So we'll continue to climb, get past these tops. Bring a little bit of the RPMs down. Absolutely beautiful. Alright. Go ahead and turn our landing lights off. Continue to climb here with our heading bug. We'll set that direction, and we'll continue to climb. Set autopilot on, and we'll maintain this heading for the time being, but we keep gaining some altitude. Alright, we're back. We're pretty much ready to start descending. I wanted to maintain this flight to be pretty much a VFR flight, but it did not go as planned. We're fully into the clouds. I don't know how high up the layer goes. We're about 3 degrees here. We're not picking up any ice, so I did not want to go any higher in case we'd pick up ice up there. And I did not know how high the clouds are, so I'd rather not risk it. We're safe from the tops at the moment of the mountains, and we're going to start a small descent. We're going to go to 8,000 feet now. We'll do a vertical speed of 500 feet per minute. We kick back the thrust. Got our landing lights on at the moment. Got our windshield heat on, and obviously our static and P-dot tube heat on at the moment. And we're just going to really look out for anything, any terrain, but this synthetic vision is coming in pretty clutch right now. So once we're at 8,000, we'll reevaluate and see if we can continue the descent. And once we're near the airstrip, there's also a lake area pretty similar to the airstrip that we came out of. We'll orbit around there, and we'll do some spirals coming down and to reduce speed and altitude, and we'll do the approach through there. You guys will see it pretty clearly once we can see the terrain. So I'm going to continue the descent, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so we're getting close to the airstrip, and at the moment we still have no visual contact with the terrain, which is quite concerning. Because we obviously have no radio aids at the airstrip. I'm just going to following some valleys, maintaining at the moment 7,500 feet. Still a bit low for my liking. I would go higher till I find the gap or the lake area that I want to start descending, doing some orbits there. But for the time being, just using just completely IFR right now, scanning the airspeed, the altitude. We got the autopilot on, but we got to manage it obviously, and make sure everything is correct. We're okay on fuel, engine parameters are all okay, and we'll continue this heading for the time being once I find the synthetic vision, the lake area that I'm talking about, which is just in front of the airstrip. And hopefully the clouds are not too far down. If not, I think we'll be in trouble. Anyways, I'll continue once we're around the lake area, and I'll see you guys then. Okay, so this is the region I'm talking about. The river leads to this lake or whatever it is, and the airport is should be around here. And we're just going to continue the descent slowly, and around the lake area we'll continue our descent, doing orbits, and hopefully the clouds are not too low, so we can do this all visually. Obviously IFR, we cannot land at the airstrip, so let's hope for the best. Obviously set it to 5,000 for the autopilot altitude. And we're almost over the airstrip. Once we have a visual, set the vertical speed for minus 500 feet per minute. And we're gonna go northbound. And if I remember correctly, I think the airstrip was there. Once we get visual contact with the terrain, I can't tell you for sure. I've only flown here a few times. Well, not even a few times. I've only flown here once, and we're Not even getting any visual contact with the terrain at the moment, which is a bit scary, but we'll continue here, see what we can do. Just stay low with the terrain. At least we have more area to work with here. So we're about over the airstrip right now. And that's the airstrip right there. And I'll be doing orbits around here and over there. And we'll be turning, landing in this direction. So at least I'm getting visual contact with the terrain. LiQWYD. Continue the descent. 4,000. And I'm gonna go manual here. Let's fly this. Turn on the flight director. And I'll catch you guys in a bit. So we're back. We're doing a few orbits, descending, trying to keep it stable as possible at a good speed. And we're heading back direction to the airport, or the airstrip that is. And I gotta really keep my eyes on the PFD. I don't want to exceed any excessive rates of descent. I am VFR at the moment. I'm gonna try to really maintain a tight scan. So in a second we're gonna go about southwest bound and then start doing orbits over the lake in front of the airstrip. Get down nice and low and we'll do a long final approach. Alright, we'll continue. We're gonna go over the airstrip. Gonna do like if I was doing a circuit, a mini one. We'll do if like we were doing over the airstrip and then going for right downwind, and then we'll turn. We'll extend the right downwind, and then we'll turn for right base. And then final. And if we're happy at the altitude that we have there on final, then we'll continue to approach. If not, we'll do like a small go around before heading into further into the airstrip. At the moment we're doing fine. Got the airstrip in sight. We're turning as if we were going right downwind. This is, I mean, a beautiful approach down here. Got a little beach. Alright, we're about 1/3 of the right downwind of the circuit. Continue the descent here. Got a few bumps. Oh, getting real bumpy. We got like some downdrafts here. Close to the mountainside. Alright, we're a beam side of the runway that we want to land. We'll continue the descent. We're going to extend this heading at this moment. I'm going to put my heading bug around 277, 278. Continue the descent at 500 feet per minute. And it's pretty bumpy. It's gonna be a pretty sterile cockpit now because I gotta focus. All right, I'm happy with the altitude we're at. I'm gonna start the base turn here in a second. I'm really gonna hug this valley. And we're going to do a nice coordinated turn. Set a little bit of throttle. Still maintain a little descent rate, 500 feet. A nice tight turn, coordinated turn. Ease off the throttle just a tad. And we're going to set our flaps here in a second on long final. Alright, airstrip is ahead. Just gonna have to turn around this mountainside. I'm gonna set flaps 1, and then we're gonna trim accordingly. Expected nose pitch up. Five hundred feet, check. Alright, we're gonna go full flaps. Gonna maintain 75, 80 knots. Continue the descent. Bit difficult to see the airstrip. Got a little boat there ahead. Maintain the airspeed. Continue that descent. Alright. Turning here on short final. And there it is. Small correction. And here we are, alright. Gotta focus. A bit bumpy. We set the reverse thrust. Alright. Had to make it a bit of a hard landing there. We really want to get the aircraft on the airstrip as soon as possible. Go ahead and turn around. I'll show you guys the airport, or the airstrip that is. Over here we got a little uphill to go up. Turn our landing lights off, strobe lights off. And there's 2 parking areas. I'm gonna park over here. But to our left hand side we got another parking area. The Savage Cup there, a little pickup truck, and we have another Savage Cup here. And we're just gonna go ahead and park right here. Make sure I don't hit anything. And we're gonna do a little tight turn here. Blasting sand everywhere, most likely. Alright, there's good. Turn off the taxi light. Parking brakes on. And we're gonna go ahead and turn off all these switches. Turn off the avionics. And cut the fuel. Beacon light can go off. Alright, perfect. Turn off the nav light. Other avionic, standby power can come off. And fuel boost off, and batteries coming off. Alright, we made it. I'll show you guys the area now. So this is the airstrip. As I mentioned, it has two park areas. Be this area and here. And we're gonna go ahead and go over a little bit of the beach area. What this this guy added. He added this boat over here. It's pretty cool to see it on the approach there. And then pretty good masking here of the water and the sand area. And we'll go ahead and descend down here. Got a little boat here. Little dock. Two boats. And then the other parking area I mentioned. And then we came through here, landed all the way down there, turned around, and then we have this little parking area with the Savage Cub, our FedEx Caravan that we just brought in, and then we have all this stuff modeled. So it's pretty neat. This guy, for this being free, it's cool. If you're into bush flying, I think the sim is it really shines for this kind of type of flying, for VFR and bush flying. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this little flight with the Grand Caravan, default Grand Caravan, and these two FREEWARE airstrips. Once again, guys, if you want to see future content and future videos of mine, hit that subscribe button, like and comment the video. Also share it to any of your flight simmer friends. Hope you guys stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.